Okay, we are looking at an example of a drawing sustained investigation with a focus on row C of the rubric. Row C focuses on materials, processes, and ideas. Reminder that row C is the same if you are doing a drawing or a 2D sustained investigation. The written evidence is 1,200 characters that you have to write about your work as a whole, working on making those connections for where the rubric talks about written evidence and those visual connections. So this is your written evidence. My art is about who I am. I am many things, but at the core, I am a weaving of family memories. I am the sum total of my family. For my concentration, I went back to my childhood. Some of my earliest childhood memories are at my grandparents' lake cottage. I painted these. These formative years with my extended family shaped me into who I am today, filled with happiness. After originally starting my concentration by watercoloring photographs from a photo album, I began to notice a pattern, stripes. So one thing I want to note here, the student is using the term concentration. That is actually what a few years ago, the College Board used to call what you submitted. It used to be a concentration, and it has changed to a sustained investigation and inquiry. So if you're a little confused, I think those words are coming from previous understanding of the College Board. I experimented with these stripes, making weaving and collages directly from the paintings, and noticed that a yarn ball is very similar to them and what they mean to me and my work. Through my art pieces, I have discovered how my family memories have knit me together and made me who I am, and how they determine where I find my meaning and truth in life. Image 1. The process is, I wanted to preserve my happy childhood memories from my summers at my grandparents' lake cottage. They're also telling us that the watercolor wash is to imitate the lake water. Here we have a process image. Digital process slide, examples of my early experimental watercolors on Gator board. I wanted to use a media in which I was already skillful from before AP. Image 3, watercolor on map board. My first attempt to show the childhood memories of my lake cottage. Sorry. Image 4, I unified my paintings with a monochromatic shade of watercolor. Image 5. I want to remember the happy times I had with my grandma. These are all pictures of my family members. Image 6. The paintings you see come from photographs taken by my family of my family. Image 7. My use of monochrome and photography is similar to that of artist Mark Tansey. Image 8. The Gator board is more forgiving. It allows you to remove the watercolor and reclaim the whiteness. Image 9. I used media that was time-saving. I watercolored several of this kind of loose background at the time. Image 10. Note the stripes on the child's outfit. This is a pattern in all my pieces. I'm going to build on it. Image 11. These stripes started in number 10, PJs, and will guide my abstract journey. Image 12. So this is a process image where we see the student now actually kind of what they're creating. Experimenting, trying to weave together cut up paintings as the stripes that make up who I am. 13. Revision. One solution is to bracket family together. Grandpa and I are one and the same. Image 14. Exploring questions. Is my work about my family or about who I am? Ongoing projects in my studio. Image 15. The complexity that makes up who I am. All the layers and memories coming together in this piece. Okay, and so for row C, the student scored a 2. Row C is about materials, processes, and ideas, and a 2 tells us that there is visual relationships among the materials, processes, or the ideas are evident, where a 3 we see that and. So So materials, row C, has nothing to do exactly with your writing. And I say exactly because what you write can help clarify and help to point out where that relationship is between your materials, your processes, and your ideas. So the rationale. Visual relationships among materials, processes, or ideas are evident. Described as a weaving of family memories, the student artist identifies childhood memories in the written statement and creates visual relationships between the reproduction of photographs to weaving watercolored paper, culminating in the symbolic woven relationships of layered memories that form identity. Using watercolor to mimic photo reproductions, the student began portfolio development with a literal interpretation of memories. Although these reproduced photographs are repeated throughout, Image 10 contains a striped shirt that is a catalyst for inquiry development. Image 11 is an abstract striped painting that leads to Image 12, experimenting. Trying to weave together cut-up paintings as the strings that make up who I am in Image 12. Image 14 showcases the student idea board, and Image 15 is a culmination of ideas, the student's memories, through the weaving process of cut-up watercolor paintings for their materials. By Image 15, visual relationships of materials and ideas are evident, and the processes merging the two are evolving. With more time and development, the portfolio most likely would move to the score point of a 3. So they're telling us that closer to the end, we're seeing a lot more relationship between those things, but there just wasn't enough as a whole because you are earning a score as a whole for those 15 digital images.